Welcome to the Built Local podcast show. I'm James, your host tonight. We have a very special guest host joining us here on Built Local, alongside my co-host, Mr. Murray Day, my daughter, Kylie Bejan. Kylie's currently a sophomore at Michigan State University, where she recently earned a Dean's List honors for academic achievements. She was also recently accepted into the prestigious James Madison College at MSU, where she'll be pursuing her studies in pre-law. We're incredibly proud of the hard work, discipline, and dedication she's shown. We're excited to have her bring a fresh perspective and energy to the show tonight. Please help us welcome Kylie Bejan to Built Local.
Golf clap, golf clap.
Welcome, golf clap. Tonight, our guest is Ryan from Scape N Go. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you, guys.
Pretty impressive. We did a little background and found out that you're also an MSU student right now.
Yes, I am.
And very impressive. So you kind of balancing the landscape stuff with the school.
Yeah.
Full-time student, and you said finance, right?
Yeah, full-time finance student in Eli Broad Business School.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know if he's got a bigger school than you.
No, listen, it's very competitive. Seriously,
Yeah.
good for
Guys,
you.
we got
Yeah,
some smarties
thank you.
over here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Murray, what do you got for him?
What made you decide landscaping? It was just something just to pay the bills to.
Yeah, that's
Keep
a
it
good
going?
question. My girlfriend, so at the time I was working Hungry Howie's, just delivery
Yeah.
driving, pretty low hourly rate. And my girlfriend and I, at the end of the summer, like beginning of the summer, right when I graduated high school, we were like, hey, let's just maybe put out a flyer, try to pull some weeds for $20 an hour
Sure.
and try to make a little bit more money than
Yeah.
$11 an hour delivery driving. And then fast forward 4 years later, now we have 2 dump trailers, not big, but mini skid steer.
Yeah.
We got a 17-man team, and we've just been crushing it since. And we don't have any plans of stopping anytime soon. So it's kind of where it all started.
And
So, in a sense, the landscaping is a segue or a means to get you through school, almost in a sense, right?
Yes, yeah. It was definitely used, especially last year to really cover the bills. Just being financially independent, it was like more of a mental thing to find something that I could really help cover me get through to college and pay for rent, food,
awesome.
Everything. So
Are you listening to this, Kylie? Anyway.
How long when you first started? How long did you actually realize? Oh my God, I can do this. I can pay the bills. This is actually working.
Yeah, I would say it wasn't until year 3, which was last year. Year 2, I did a internship for a painting company, College Works Painting. That's where I learned all the principles and pillars of how to actually run a home service business.
Gotcha.
They taught me basically everything through mentorship and actually just having to do it myself and making too many mistakes to count on my fingers. And then from that, I applied everything to the landscaping the following year and took a risk instead of doing an internship for some sort of
Right.
financial position. And then at that point in time, I realized there's money in this, and if
Yeah.
I just keep scaling,
Nice.
it'll be great. So.
And then with the equipment, do you buy it new or you buying used?
Yeah, I bought everything brand new so far.
Wow.
I don't
Stuff's
know.
not cheap.
Yeah, no, it's not cheap. I figured it was just too much of a headache because I'm not anywhere near anything about mechanical
and all.
stuff.
Yeah, well, then
Yeah.
you got to fix all the...
Right,
Yeah.
and I don't have a guy on the team who also could probably do anything, so I was just like, I'll just get it new, have the warranty. Like Griffin, where we get our dump trailers, they've been great anytime we have an issue. And I just got the Bobcat, so
Nice.
no issues, yeah, obviously.
I got to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
I need a Bobcat.
Absolutely.
And do you get your equipment through Weingarts? Because they have that program of contractors where they'll
Yeah.
give you the replacement.
That's a good question. No, I just went through Still this year up
yeah.
at Gilroy's because I had
Yeah, yeah,
someone who worked there.
Got it at Gilroy's.
Yep, I was able to get a little discount
Nice.
through a friend that worked there.
Good
So kind of just took advantage of that while he was working there.
Right on. Good.
So
There's a lot of Gilroy stores up north mostly. You probably never have you heard of
Yeah,
Gilroy's?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Up north, yeah.
They're mostly up north.
yeah,
Yeah.
We know a little bit about the landscape trade ourselves.
Yeah.
Stepson, her brother, has a pretty big landscape company.
Yeah.
And, some of the struggles are the equipment that breaks down and the
Right.
expense of the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
But I find it interesting, number one, it's very inspiring that you're able to support yourself completely and put yourself through school.
yeah.
and at the same time run a very viable business, go to school full time, mind you, the Eli Broad School full time. That is very impressive. Where does this go from here when you're about to graduate? You mentioned next year.
Yeah,
right?
I'm hoping to graduate this fall.
So, twofold the questions I have. Number one,
Yeah.
I'm gathering if you're buying all the equipment new, you're very frugal and you're applying your finance knowledge to your business.
Yes.
Right? And number two, does Scape and go after you graduate, or what are you going to do with it?
That's
after you
a
go into
great
finance?
question. I definitely will continue to grow it after I graduate. And eventually the goal was to get into another venture of real estate and use a lot of like the cash flow from the landscaping.
Well, I'm in
to
real
shuffle
estate
over
here,
to-
so here's
Oh,
my
there
card
you
if
go.
you need a realtor.
Good to know.
Yeah, but how did you manage the fall? Because fall's huge for landscaping, and you're back in school.
Yeah, that's a good question. So last fall was the first time I really had to face that challenge of like, how do I decentralize? And
Yeah.
I'm actually at school, not commuting. Like I live up there, and then an hour away, I actually have a crew at home. So I was able to work it out where I had a friend who was able to use his truck to trail around my dump trailer, and then we had a crew that would just take on projects throughout the week. It was more small scale, like we weren't doing any like crazy like we are now. But going to like this fall, the goal is to do something similar where like most of the guys will go back to school and they'll have their own degrees that they're pursuing because everyone's home obviously right now for the summer on the crew. But we'll still run like probably one crew and just take on some
Right.
whatever projects we can get during that period
Good
of
for
time.
you. Good for
So
you.
what are some of the hardships like you face, even with workers? Like, how do you build trust with someone, like allowing them to take,
Yeah.
your dump trailer? Because that's that's a lot of money that you could possibly
Yeah.
get messed up.
No,
or-
100%. I mean, that was kind of like an issue in the beginning of the spring, actually, where the one guy I had trailing around my dump trailer, he would leave the tools out, and then it would rain, they would rust, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like, we had to trade in a brand new hedger that I just bought for like $300.
You're
That
like,
was-
you're done.
yeah, totally. It was totally ruined. So like it is like definitely a risk factor, and it's definitely not easy at times. Like I think the logistics side plus workers is the hardest part. Like guys just showing up doing the work, that's easier. But when you actually have to trust someone with your own equipment, that's when
Yeah.
Well, then
problems start
also
to
you're
occur.
not there to shadow them sometimes, like
Right.
you said. So
Can't be
it's-
everywhere
yeah.
at once, right?
Right. Yeah.
So-
So for that kind of situation, I have like other people who are a little higher up. We call them foremans, managers, whatever.
Team leads, yeah.
Yeah. They kind of train, so they already I have a lot of trust with them as is. And then anytime we have someone new come through, they'll train them and lead them and
Makes
show
sense.
them how to do it
So you have a
all.
little chain of command going on.
Absolutely.
That's
Do,
good.
do you have any problem getting employees?
This summer we did not, and last summer we did not, because we just did everything word of mouth. Like, if you have a friend who's looking for work, have him come, and if that friend has a friend, and that friend has a friend, and that's kind of how we grew this 18-man team, was just all through people we know. We've taken a couple risks with a couple new people, like off Indeed, but no success from that yet. So,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no success
And
from
that's
that.
some of the hardest things to do. Me owning my own business, I'll tell you, recruiting, training, and finding the right people can be such a
Yes.
challenge.
Yes.
And you put the time, you invest your time and efforts into that, and so I get it. But
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about like the full menu here. So I know, do you do hardscapes too, or do you just stick to landscape like lawns and trimmings or are you diversified? Do you do a little bit of everything, or tell us what you do specifically?
Yeah, that's a good question. We do like just general landscaping or landscaping maintenance. We added lawn mowing this summer, more as just like a side thing for
Okay.
fun. But the hardscaping, anytime I get those projects, I'll sub them out
Yeah.
to a good buddy that
Sure.
I've met recently over in Highland.
Take a little
So-
cut and off you go.
Yeah, exactly.
There
So
you
that's
go.
what we've been doing. Like down the line, I would love to learn and be able to get those higher ticket where you're on a job for two weeks to maybe even a couple months. But right now we're just in that 1 to 3 day range of a project, and it's just general
Yeah.
landscaping.
So where are you located at?
We're in Milford, like that's where I'm
Okay,
from, but we'll
yeah.
go all over. We'll go out to sometimes Birmingham if there's a big project out there that
Yeah.
we can get our hands on.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
Do you bid on these? Like, I know some people do like
Yeah.
different lists, or do you have any people that call for any leads, or how are you getting
Yeah.
your name out there?
Yeah, so It was all through organic marketing through Facebook groups. I was mentored on that from the
Yeah.
painting company. So that's how we get most of our leads. Now, like with the market agency, we just started like this week running paid ads through Meta and stuff. So I'm sure that'll bring in more leads. And then in terms of like fulfilling, actually going out quoting, I have a sales rep guy who will go out, and then I have an admin who kind of just like manages now to kind of take that headache off. Like,
Yeah.
because in the spring I would be texting clients like 3 to 4 hours a day, just responding all day long. Like it was really hard to balance with school.
Sure.
And so I found someone who was
delegate.
Yeah, delegated exactly.
You got a great start to obviously whatever you pursue in the future in finance or whatever, because let's be honest, you've learned so much just in the small space that you've grown this to.
Yeah.
Right? And so to apply it to your next level, I have no doubt you'll do very well. Tell us about one of your biggest nightmare jobs. You showed up, I don't know, give me a great example. Like, oh gosh, I think we're going to need all 17 of my guys here, for example.
Yeah. No, we actually had one recently, and we ended up having conflict as well with the clients. It was, from the get-go, it was underbid already as is, because my sales rep at the time was undertrained. So he bid it like super low, and there was a miscommunication with what was wanted done versus what we had in the quote.
Right.
So when we got out there, it was massive. It was like 2 full-day project that should have been just one afternoon. And while that was going on, we also had the skid steer rental that we were running at the time before I bought the Bobcat. The track fell off, so I had no idea how to put that back on. So
Right.
that took a whole weekend to figure out. My dad had to come out and help me. And then after that, then we got a 8-page PDF from the client about all the things we were missing.
8-page.
Wow.
8 pages, you know.
Well, trial and error. See, he's learning.
You're
Yeah.
like, thanks, but no thanks, right?
Yeah, so then I had to negotiate some stuff, and, I bit the bullet a little bit as the business owner, but, it was something that we learned, and since then we haven't had crazy underbid projects like that.
Good.
Well,
So,
there you
Good
go.
for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take a step back, take a step forward. And
Absolutely.
They're not all rosy, as you know, right?
Absolutely.
But again, going back to saying, applying that in your future job, I mean, it's about the journey. Business
Absolutely.
ownership is the journey. Sometimes you try, you fail, you pick yourself up, you try something different, you're constantly
Right.
evolving. So
Yes.
I find it very inspirational at your age
Yeah.
that you've seen and adjusted to some of these things so far. So
yeah, thank you.
Let's do one more question, then we'll go for break.
Yeah.
Have you ever found anything really cool out on a property?
Found anything really cool? I mean, for some reason, this is the only thing that comes to mind. It's not really cool, but it was really odd. We got a request to move a dead bunny because the client didn't want to touch that. So
Oh my goodness.
that's the only thing I could think of. Like anything cool. I mean, most of the time I'm not there either. So
That's
if
true.
they did,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guys would have.
They
probably,
never tell you anyway.
Yeah, they
They-
would never tell
They
me.
kept that gold coin that they
Right,
found
right,
there, right?
right.
But yeah, no, not that I know of. Have I ever
Okay.
found anything?
All right. Well,
So-
great. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll watch this. We'll catch you on the backside. All right. Well, that was fantastic. That was really
Awesome.
good.
I can see, yeah, you're
Nicely
very
done.
passionate about
Thank
your
you.
work.
Nicely done.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Hardworking young man.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Would you ever want to get into learning anything about like doing the mechanic side? Because I know some struggles, my brother has faced owning a landscape
Yeah.
company, as well as a lot of the guys he hires, some of them do mechanic
Yeah.
work and some of them don't. So, he deals with, you said you got into doing, lawns regularly now. Well, different things break and mishaps come out. So
Yeah.
like, how do you deal with those type of things that fly at you? Are you
Maybe if
you
they're
know-
out of warranty, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess I haven't gotten to that part yet because
Yeah.
we did just get everything brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the mower is also brand new.
Yeah.
So not yet have we. I mean, some tools we've had issues that are a little bit older, but I mean that's like
Nothing
obviously
major
smaller
breakdowns.
scale.
Yeah.
And you don't do snow plowing, right? You don't really.
Not yet. Actually, this winter, what we were gonna do was we were gonna January to like mid-February, we're gonna shoot down to Florida on Airbnb, and we were gonna market and try to take on some projects down in the Florida landscape.
There you
Yeah,
go.
stay
You
away
might as
from
well.
it.
Yeah. I will
Yeah.
tell you that based
Yeah.
on what I know of her brother, that's what beats on your equipment is
Yeah.
the snow plowing.
Oh,
It's
it's-
just-
Well, also that
Yeah.
salt shortage. Good luck.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my.
but there's money in it like anything else.
Right.
But I would definitely stick to the Florida side of things if you
Yeah.
can do that. But
That was our goal. That was
Okay.
our goal, just for the fun of it as well.
absolutely. Okay.
That's great.
What else, Murray?
Well, tell us a little bit about the MSU side.
Yeah, no, it's a good.
Football or basketball?
I mean, I like going to all the games. Like last fall semester, I definitely went a lot harder with all the fun stuff because it was more off season. Once the spring came around, it got a little hectic.
So I got to tell you,
All right.
Kylie invited me to the U of M MSU football game.
Oh yeah,
And now she was a freshman, so this is my first experience up there, right?
Yeah.
Sophomore.
My goodness. Like the frat row, all the guys are on the roofs, Murray.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the roofs.
Is that right?
And you go down this certain area, and I'm not kidding you, I'm going to guess there was 30,000. And I'm not, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right?
No, yeah.
They all got their little campers and their grills going, and
It's crazy.
I've never seen something like that. And the most exciting part of the whole weekend wasn't the game. The game was extremely boring.
It's the
Right.
It was
tailgate.
a terrible game.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was the tailgating.
yeah. It
Like
is.
I ran into so many friends and old friends and from high school and of course it was my first time seeing her up there. So I know how interesting it can get up at. Michigan
Well, also
State.
being the first kid, not kid in the family. I'm technically, yeah, I'm the first kid to,
she
you
is
know, have the
Yeah.
to get up
college
there anyway, the college
experience
experience,
and- yeah.
Right.
and now
Yeah.
Dad's paying for it. So if anyone needs a quote, no, I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Cut.
Anyway, no, it's I know they got a great finance program. In fact, she was teetering on trying to get into Eli Broad.
Yeah.
And
Well, what I think a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry to get off topic a little bit, but when you go, I mean, and this could even help some of the audience. When you get out of high school, you can do direct admit, and I was never. I mean,
Yeah.
you get introduced to these AP classes and this and that,
Right.
but you never know what's like at your disposal until like.
Absolutely.
God forbid you don't have the right people that, I mean, my parents never went to college, so I didn't really know what I was
Yeah.
looking for. So
I wasn't worthy.
a lot of people were doing direct admit, and so it was
Yeah.
harder because I also was a transfer student. So to get in there, it's
Yeah.
lower chances than even with a 4.0. So
Right.
to
No, that really
stand out.
frustrated me as well.
Yeah.
Once I actually got to college, and then I got to my sophomore years when I started to realize all these other kids from my high school who are in the program I'm in, they've been in this since they first stepped foot at the dorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I'm just now finding out
Sure.
about this stuff. So I was pretty mad at my school system because I kind of blame it on them for not really
Yeah.
informing you
Coaching
much.
you.
And-
For
yeah.
sure.
And I
So-
gotta admit, it was hard for me, but I have to support my daughter in the school she's in to put on a MSU shirt.
Oh no, he was
that
sounding like
game.
a baby when I went to a
It was hard. I struggled, but I made it, didn't I?
You're
So
fine.
back on the landscaping, if you
Yeah.
had an unlimited budget, what would be the piece of equipment you would buy?
Do I only get to choose one? Or
Yeah.
Okay, I would probably just instantly get another truck, like a F-250. That's the next purchase I want to get probably next spring, so I don't have to worry about the payment over the fall. But I really want to get that so I can decentralize another crew because that's the biggest bottleneck right now is the logistics and
Get
how
the
do we
truck.
get the dump trailers everywhere? We can get the work, we can produce the work, but how do we get tools and trailers there? And
Gotcha.
that's the biggest bottleneck
Yeah.
right now. So definitely another truck.
Cool.
And they are beautiful, the F-150s. But Murray's a motorhead. You
Yeah.
like the F-150s, right? They're
It's a good truck.
Yeah.
It's a good truck. Yeah.
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 So yeah.
Then you also got to watch out for who's driving the truck and are they reliable,
Right.
which sucks. I mean, you would have to think about, insurance.
well, you just got to
Yeah.
screen him right. That's all. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Clearly.
no, oh, for sure.
Got 18
yeah.
employees.
Yeah,
Well, tell me where you see
Yeah.
Scape N Go in 5 years. If you could scale it in any way you wanted to, where do you see Scape N Go?
Do you want me to kind of run you through a day-to-day that I would envision 5 years from now?
Yeah, sure. That'll work.
I would say pulling up to a barn dominium with land. Doors open up. We got couches and everything, a bunch of whiteboards with objectives written on it. Big team walking through the doors. We got multiple trucks lined up for everyone to get going. Maybe do some sort of motivational pep speech, just get all the guys fired up, get everyone an energy drink or something, and then just get everything running out. All the admin and staff would be showing up. Sales rep guys would go fulfill estimates. And, yeah, I think long-term I would love a barn dominium with some
That'd be
land.
So the
Cool.
whole crew goes out, and then
Yeah.
you go for a swim in the backyard in the pool, right?
I mean,
And then
why
and then do
wouldn't
some
he?
stock trades, right?
Well,
Make
you know,
more money than them.
And I think the dream is like even in my world, like trusting the employees to do what's right, do the right job,
Yeah.
and let you do what you do best.
Yeah.
Empowering them to do what they do best.
Right.
Right. And then when all cylinders are running, and it's just a good feeling. Right?
Absolutely.
And that's when like, okay, I think I'm good. I think I got something here.
Right.
So I get it, and I love the barnuminium thing.
Yeah.
That's a big thing right now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything on people's property that you're just like, ugh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Is it like hills or water features or?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll have to think for a second because there are things. Honestly, like I guess the first thing that comes to mind is like I'm a big promoter of a natural edge install, and a lot of people like to get the black rubber borders.
Okay.
And just over the years I've seen, especially in Michigan, like when it weatherizes, that stuff just kind of
Oh, yeah.
goes
Yeah.
and it pops up,
Right.
and you got to restake it down. So it's like when a client asks us to install one of those, it's just like I just don't want to.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything else, like honestly, with the business mindset is like if we can sell it and these guys can do it and I don't have to be there to witness some of the things I might not like, then you know what, let them do it, and paycheck gets collected at the end of the day. So
Right.
So do you see yourself maybe hanging on to this and also running a viable finance operation, whether it be a financial planning or you see kind of doing
Yeah.
both roles?
yeah, in terms of like the landscaping, growing that, and then something
Yeah.
else. Yeah, I would love like we were talking earlier, like real estate. I'd love
Yeah.
to get into like a rental property, Airbnb sort of business model, owning that sort of stuff, and then. Like with the content side of stuff, I like consulting people. So maybe getting to a more professional business consulting company, and then also like eventually I want a partnership and do something with a marketing agency where I'm also like helping and scaling like a marketing agency essentially.
Marketing is the fun part.
Yeah.
And you're a young guy.
Yeah.
What about AI? Do you think that's
Oh, I
gonna
use
be-
it every day in everything
Yeah?
I do.
Yeah.
But can you use it in your business? Do you
Oh
see-
yeah, yeah. I mean, when we do estimates, like without AI, we would sit there for 30 minutes. With AI, you can just pin, and it will remember the entire token of the whole log of every price you've ever mentioned, all the suppliers you've ever used, their prices, what you want to charge, and then when you're doing a quote, like you can just spit out a template just like that, put it into your CRM, and send a quote over.
It's really amazing. Like in my world, I totally rewrote like our service department,
Yeah.
automations, everything.
Yes.
And I call Chad.
Yeah.
My wife's like, "Oh, ask Chad all the time." I'm like, "I will. Hold on."
Well, I feel like a lot of, some different business owners, I feel
Yeah.
like, not to be rude, but some older business owners don't really, okay, well, let's look at the unshaved beard for a minute. Some older business owners don't,
Yeah.
realize the upside of, new technology and,
Yeah.
Dad's got it going on.
dealing with different,
Right.
ways to market and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know there's like two sides to it because like you have the part where you can scale really quickly and learn a bunch and get really efficient, automated, and then you also have if everyone's doing it now, there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
It's true.
it's a yin and yang also
Yeah.
with like that. But I think in landscaping or home service, there's definitely a gap between people using AI into their business.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whereas
Well,
like-
you could even do like the door handles, like flyers
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
You could literally make those in 2 minutes, or you want to do a logo, like you could
Yes.
even do like
Go
a
back to
logo.
marketing school. Mailers don't work very well.
I'm just saying. You know
I'm
what I
kidding.
mean?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So do you sleep at all?
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. How do you? Yeah.
I mean, on the weekends I catch up on sleep.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like through the weeks, it's it's a grind for
Yeah.
sure. It's a grind.
Good stuff.
What keeps you going though? Like, what really drives you? Just the money, or like
Red Bull.
being
Young
being
male.
like
He's
no,
a
no,
young
no,
male.
a line.
right.
Well, like, what's the drive like for you and your, to take care of your family, or like what makes you like go on a day to day? Because school,
Yeah.
I give kudos to you because going to school and working,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, one of my whys was like I really wanted a C8 Corvette. Like I just wanted a sports car. and-
Nice.
What?
Did you get one?
No, not yet. Still, I gotta
gotta
get a
get the
couple
F1
things.
I want a
Minute.
C8. I got to fit in it, but that's we'll worry about that later.
Grand. Give him a minute. Give him a minute.
But good for you.
Yeah, that was my why, especially in the beginning, was just like seeing all these other young guys on the internet, just driving around and seeing that it's possible at a young age. But I would say now it's more like just actually setting up a foundation for my future.
Yeah.
And just waking up every day and, just just going at it and trying to be a light in the way that I can for like the guys I'm leading as well. Like it kind of shifted from like money and all this
And yourself
stuff
to-
to more like being a light.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's funny
That's
you
great.
say it too, because to me, business ownership is a struggle, right? You struggle, you start, you innovate, you change, you
Yeah.
adapt, but it's the journey, right?
Right.
Money's important, don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah.
But the journey that you take a lot of pride in going, man, wow, look at all these trucks. Like,
Right.
Right? The
Yeah.
pride you take behind that.
Yes.
And that's what motivates, me is,
Yeah.
got to pay for her school too, so it's not, but.
Sorry,
you know,
my eyes just
but my
distracted.
point is it's rewarding, and what I like about
Yeah.
you is you're already thinking ahead.
Right.
You're getting
Yeah.
into finance now. You're thinking about a couple of years I'll scale to Airbnbs.
Right.
It's the ones that can think 6 months, a year, 2 years ahead.
Yeah.
That I found are the most successful.
Right.
Some people think about an hour from now.
Right.
You're thinking 6, 5 years, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And those to me are the ones that are the smart ones.
So
Yeah.
that's great. You got the barnuminium vision with the C8 right there. And
Yes.
the swimming pool.
F-150 line
The
up.
U of M flag somewhere. No.
How can people contact you? What's your
Yeah, I mean, we have a website, and the main thing that we do is through the Facebook groups is the phone number, and
Okay.
that's how we funnel in a lot of the traffic. Is just text us or call us, and then obviously
so
we'll ask some
do
questions.
you want to say the name of
say
the
the
company?
Yeah, our phone number is 248-571-5543.
There you go.
So
There you
if
go.
you want to text or call
what's
for
the
a free
website?
quote,
Just
scapeandgo.com.
Scape N Go.
Scape and Go, no
Dot
dash or
com.
anything, all
Awesome.
one word.
Yeah, just scapeandgo.com.
Okay.
No uppercase, no lower, or all lowercase.
So Brian, we certainly appreciate you coming on the show. Honestly, I love everything you're saying. I love
Yeah.
the direction you're going in.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got a bright future, and so does this one here, I think. So thanks for joining us on the show.
Yeah.
And we'd love to see your progress. Maybe we'll have you back on in 2 or 3 years. You pull up in that C8.
That would be amazing.
All right.
I would
That's
love
great.
that.
Awesome.
Good job.
So good to meet
Good
you.
job.
Yeah.
Nice meeting
Thanks.
you.
You guys, I appreciate it.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
And that
Yeah.
wraps it up for Built Local. And once again, Kylie Beejan, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
And it's been a pleasure. And that's it. We're
See you on
signing
the
off.
next episode. All right.
All right.